without a band. Steve needs to know why you're all here today. For all of these questions, you guys say yeah. Try yeah.
Yeah!
You got worries?
Yeah!
You got concerns?
Yeah!
You concerned about something?
Yeah!
You want to stop fascism?
Yeah!
You guys doing good?
Yeah! Yeah!
Well, so do all your freedom-loving friends. Women's rights, voting rights, private health rights, legal rights, free press rights, and the oppression of people of color, LGBTQ, immigrants, Jews, Muslims are already under attack. You don't say yeah to that, we're good.
Yeah! Boo!
Yeah, and your boo's better. Donald Trump and his incoming regime have already stated he will be a dictator on day one and will dismantle our Constitution. Say boo. Boo. Good for you. So, big surprise for you, the Constitution was only written to stop. No surprise for you, the Constitution was only written to stop the richest and most powerful from oppressing the rest of us. The Constitution, no, that's a yay. The Constitution gives women and blacks the right to vote. The Constitution, okay, you can say yeah. The Constitution says they can't seize your property without due process of law. The Constitution gives you the right of free assembly. Hey, the Constitution also says if you participated in or aided an insurrection, you can't become president again. Oh, you like that one?
Oh, yeah.
These are the things Donald Trump and his new Attorney General, Stephen Miller, hate. So, we're here today to kick off the Democratic backlash and mobilization because we need those protections in the Constitution and a whole lot more like abortion rights back.
Yeah!
So we're going to begin. I hate to interrupt this rally with a protest, but we're going to begin with a bit of chanting here. This next chant, all you say is, I will do my part to win. Let's practice.
I will do my part to win.
Oh, you guys know this one. Here we go. Trump and company of fascist men.
I will do my part to win.
We don't want no Muslim ban.
I will do my part to win.
Babies in cages, not again.
I will do my part to win.
Vice President Tucker Carlson.
I will do my part to win.
Attorney General Stephen Miller.
I will do my part to win.
Trump the dictator, he's there, man.
I will do my part to win.
Other states need our help.
I will do my part to win.
Lower taxes for the richest men.
I will do my part to win.
United States secrets stolen again.
I will do my part to win.
If you hate book burning,
I will do my part to win.
yes you will, yes you will. Start clapping your hands with your gloves on. We're going to bring up our first speaker of the day. Once I turn the page.
Suspense.
I will do my part to win. Yeah.
We're going to bring up newly elected Town of New Paltz board member Kitty Brown. She got something to say.
Remember these? Time to get these back on again, right?
That's right.
So, as I watched in horror on January 6, 2021, I realized I had no idea of how much hatred for the kind of democracy we love existed. I realized that many Americans, many from right here in the Hudson Valley, am I not, Mike?
You are, Mike.
Okay. Talk louder. Many Americans believed that it was right to spread the big lie and to use it to unleash all the hatred and violence in their hearts. It takes big courage to stand up against that, the kind of courage that Pat Ryan, Sarah Hannah Shrestha, Manny Nagy, Jen Metzger, and so many others represent. Reproductive rights, free and fair elections, overseen by local election inspectors who should not feel threatened when they open the polls or count the ballots. Environmental protections, LGBTQ rights. Many of these are enabled at the local level, your town and village level. We work towards building affordable housing through the Ulster County Housing Task Force. We protect water, drinking water, and clean air through local climate-smart communities. We host rowdy and beloved pride parades. We build playgrounds, rail trails, community centers. We restore the burial sites of enslaved African Americans. We come together at Kwanzaa celebrations in local churches where your religion doesn't matter. All that matters is bringing your open mind and your open heart. And perhaps most important in these dark days, when Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis and Mike Johnson and Nikki Haley are beloved by insurrectionists, we keep your local libraries open. Libraries are where we record the ugly parts of our history. They are the places where all the big, courageous humanitarian ideas live. And one of the things that gives me hope for the future is that you overwhelmingly support them at budget time. Keep reading, keep rallying, keep showing up, keep the faith. Thank you.
We will win! We will win! We will win! We will win!
Testing. I got a question. I got a question this morning. Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what resistance looks like.
This is what resistance looks like.
Tell me what resistance looks like.
This is what resistance looks like.
Give yourselves a round of applause. Coming to the microphone right now is also newly elected Ulster County Legislature Greg McCullough.
Go, Greg.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Louder.
Good morning. As I stand here, remembering January 6th, I still have those same feelings when it first happened. Total disbelief. In my mind, you know, when you have democracy, you should be able to work things out, speak things out, and to resort to violence really shook me. Takes a lot to shake me. I believe everybody should have the right to voice their opinions, their perspectives on what they believe, and not resort to violence. I joined Ulster County Legislature so that I can fight not only for democracy, but for the people and all the things that they need. And we should be able to do these things peacefully. The key is, I'm a mild-mannered person. I can get upset too, but it takes a lot to do that. Even a little bit over the threshold, it still takes a little bit more. I think the first thing that maybe they could teach us in school or something, to have the ability to agree to disagree without violence. It's not always about who's right or who's wrong, but rather it should be about what's right. And in this case, defending democracy is what it should be about. It's going to take each and every one of us to be that example, and I'm more than willing. I just want to do my part. If anybody's in my district, you have any ideas or anything, I'm right at the table. I'm more than willing to speak and let it be heard. So going forward, let's continue to rally until we get the things we need and the things that we want. I thank you for letting me speak today, and I'm more than willing to be here at any rally, anytime, even if I have to take a day off from the job. I'm here.
Yeah, give it up for Craig! A quick shout out also because a lot of us are from Ulster County, but we got some Greene County visitors! Give it up for Greene County! What's going on? And then one more question before we bring up our next speaker. One more question. Question is, when democracy is under attack, what do we do? Stand up. When democracy is under attack, what do we do? When democracy is under attack, what do we do? Right now, coming up to the microphone is our wonderful Congressman Pat Ryan, who needs no introduction. So let's give him one. We know Pat's work. I'm not done with the introduction yet, Pat. We know Pat's work during his time in Congress and his home constituency work is a model of excellence for us all. Everybody say, yay! Yay! He is a champion, a hard worker and a real fighter and a devoted believer in democracy. And for all he has achieved, he's never forgotten his first cause, us. Say yay! Yay! I give you Pat Ryan!
Good morning. How we doing?
Good morning.
It's cold. It's a lot quieter clapping when you have gloves on. So we gotta project a little more. I'm gonna project a little more, and I should have listened to my wife and put on a warmer jacket. So thank you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for not forgetting what happened 3 years ago. Thank you for reminding our whole community driving by the stakes of what is playing out in our country and the fragility of our democracy. I actually put up a post this morning on Twitter with headlines from papers across the country 3 years ago decrying, not in a partisan way, in an American way, decrying what had happened on that day. Yet 3 years later, there's a coordinated, deliberate attempt to somehow allow us to forget what happened, to explain it away, and in doing so, to make an even more aggressive grab from the far-right Trump movement to take away our core freedoms and our core democracy. So it's so important that we not allow that to happen quietly and that we do what we're doing here today. There's another rally in Rhinebeck. It's happening around the country, and I just want to thank you all for doing that. You are here because you know the stakes. You're standing in the freezing cold because you're watching and we're seeing what Trump is doing, what the whole movement is doing, what the House under Mike Johnson as the new speaker is doing. I'm going to focus on Johnson since that's our guy that we have to deal with in the House. You all know this, but we have to tell every American, his whole life, his whole career has been about taking away Americans' freedoms and rights. He spent his early formative years taking away LGBTQ rights in one of the most anti-LGBTQ organizations in the world. And he's proud of it. He doesn't try to hide it. He authored the bill for the nationwide abortion ban, and again, is not trying to hide that. We know he was the architect of Trump's entire effort to do exactly what we're reminding people about today and undercut our democracy. We have Trump, of course, using explicit Nazi language. We have him saying, not even saying the quiet part, he is now saying the quiet part out loud, that he wants to be a dictator, and that is only going to grow and escalate. So it is important that we remind everyone of these stakes, and again, I want to thank you for doing that. I think we're at a moment where we are fighting, in my view, to define what a patriot means in this country. And I want to just end with reading a short letter, actually, if I can get my hands to unlock my phone. I want to read a short letter. This was written, part of a short letter. This was written by Ulysses S. Grant in 1861, April 21st, 1861. He wrote it to his father. We are now in the midst of trying times when everyone must be for or against his country and show his colors too by every act. Whatever may have been my political opinions before, I have but one sentiment now. That is, we have a government and laws and a flag, and they must all be sustained. There are but two parties now, traitors and patriots. And I want hereafter to be ranked with the latter, and I trust the stronger party. I don't use that language and that word of traitor lightly, but it is clear that Donald Trump is a traitor, that Mike Johnson is a traitor, that the entire far-right MAGA movement are traitors who don't want to defend our democracy, but they want more power to take away freedom from vulnerable people and to make the rich richer and big corporations richer. And we have to, and we will. I am optimistic we will stop that. We held the line on January 6th because patriots stepped forward then. We're doing it again today. And I am confident that we will win the day in this year in 2024, and we'll look back and we'll be proud that we stood here in the freezing cold as patriots defending our democracy. So thank you, and let's keep up this power and this energy, and I'll hand it back to Steve. Thank you.
Give it up for Pat Ryan! Oh no, wait a minute now, you love this guy. Give it up for Pat Ryan! Bring on our next speaker. Let's give the floor to 10 on Uprising. Here we go. Assemblywoman Sarah Hannah, who needs no introduction, so let's give her one. A tireless fighter for democracy and rights and the needs for all her constituents, Sarah Hannah may be one of our newest members of the Assembly, but her hard work and reputation has our admiration and respect. Let's give it up for Sarah Hannah!
No, I think I'm. Hello, hello, hello! Good morning, everyone! Good morning. Can you hear me okay? Is it on? Okay, maybe this close? Yeah. Okay, great. So my name is Sarah Hannah Shrestha. I tell everyone you get 5 tries to say my name. So don't feel bad if you get it wrong on the 4th try. I am most of your assembly member representing the 103rd here in the Mid-Hudson Valley. So, what is democracy? Democracy is an idea of which the limits have been tested for centuries. It's an idea for which many people have given their lives, including in the country where I grew up, which is Nepal. And as imperfect as it may be, it is still our best idea. So most of you probably know the word democracy comes from ancient Greece. Demos means the people, kratos means to rule or to hold power. In short, the people's rule. But let's be honest, we might have a semblance of people's rule, but we actually have the rule of corporations, the wealthy, the military, the incarceration complex. So our democracy is not perfect. The reality is there's a huge gap between what people need and want and what our democracy has been able to deliver. For example, universal healthcare. Who here wants healthcare for every single person? We also know that during the COVID years, peak COVID years of 2020 and 2021, corporations made record profits, and in New York, the number of millionaires went up by 175,000. That's an increase of 30%. Meanwhile, we have workers who were at the front line of the pandemic, and as long as they are still alive, they are fighting for wages that is nowhere close to the living wage in Ulster County and Dutchess County. So I have a book here that I've been holding all morning. It's called Democracy May Not Exist, but We'll Miss It When It's Gone.
That's right.
Ultimately, democracy is not a framework that guarantees 100% satisfaction 100% of the time. We wish, but that is not the case. Democracy is a site of struggle, and it can be a beautiful site of struggle. We can think of it as a garden. It needs constant attention and care. It is constantly vulnerable to flooding, drought, pests, weeds, and it requires us to be respectful of the earth's limits, its needs, but also its life-giving abilities. The truth is, democracy doesn't begin and end at the ballot, especially not with the scale of voter suppression, misinformation, and lack of trust that we have in the country right now. But we cannot, absolutely cannot, take democracy for granted. A vote is still the first critical step to building a foundation upon which we can start to build our idea of what democracy should look like.
That's right.
It is a slow and steady struggle. In our everyday lives, and you all already do this, but we have to reject the division that is wedged between ordinary people, because we have to build our democratic and our collective power to protect and to make our democracy thrive.
That's right.
So I've been holding this book, which coincidentally matches my jacket color, but I'm going to read a short quote from it. And it's by Astra Taylor. Perfect democracy, I've come to believe, may not in fact exist and never will. But that does not mean we cannot make progress toward it, or that what there is of it cannot disappear. For this reason, I am more convinced than ever that the questions of what democracy is, and more important, what it could be, are ones we must perpetually ask. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Sarah Harder. You love her. You know you love her. As we begin to conclude this freezing cold event. Oh, what was it? Oh, I just have one statement you guys all know the answer to get you to stomp your feet. When I say this, you say, we ain't putting up with this. Here we go. Trump and his friends are fascists. We ain't putting up with this. Stomp their feet. Trump and his friends are fascists. We ain't putting up with this. Trump and his friends are fascists.
We ain't putting up with this.
No more fascism. We ain't
Putting up with this.
Okay, that was good. Are you ready to go for a photo?
Greetings, everybody. It's good to see everybody again. We are the usual suspects. We do the work. We need more. We heard our representatives talk today about the importance of mobilization. That's what 2024 is about. We have a sign-up sheet. We always do for you to sign up on activities that you're willing to do. That's great, but you've already signed up, many of you. We need you to go out. We need you to reach out to family and friends and neighbors that you haven't maybe before. It's hard to ask for help. We need to ask for help. We need to ask people to do the hard thing. Sacrifice a little bit of family time. Make those phone calls, which we all hate to do, to go off into outer space sometimes, it seems. Money, well, yes, that's even harder to do, ask for money. But we need to do that, and we need to bring people power to what has been asked for today. Save democracy. So sign up, but go out and get other people to sign up. Indivisible Ulster, Ulster activists, you know who we are. You can get on our list. You can do what we are organizing. So join us. Thank you.
Thank you.
They say shut up, we say rise up. They say shut up, we say
Rise up.